So I'm pretty sure some of you remember that quite a long while ago, back in early 2019, I did a reaction to a certain MLP YTP by the name of Dash Rainboat's Wonderball Test by a certain YTP creator by the name of FloydLorenz. For those of my audience with pretty good memory, pretty sure you remember that one quote I really took away from said YTP was,
"They're peeing on the princess."
Not long after, though, the actual creator himself got back to me on that reaction video in the comment section with a comment saying that he liked my reaction, and he actually announced that he was putting together an unofficial 4th installment of Corporal Productions' Friendship is Geek series. And yeah, it has been out now for a while, about 8 months if I'm correct. Yeah, March 31st, so yeah, it's been a while. But here I am finally getting to it, and I looked at the comment section on my previous video, you know, that long update video I did. Not sure if anybody was really listening, or maybe they skipped over it, and I don't really blame them, it was a long video, but towards the end of the video, I asked, do you guys have any suggestions for video ideas for Christmas? Any Christmas-related YTPs or MLP fan videos and stuff? And nobody really said anything aside from, I hope next year is better for all of us, which, of course, I agree with them. But, guess I had to improvise, and I know this is not really Christmas-related, but I mean, you guys have seen the video previously where I said that I feel like I've really let a lot of you down with the frequency of video production, and of course I'm to blame for it. I'm to blame for essentially letting this year slip away because I couldn't get over the fact that 2019 was over even a year later. But I guess this is one of my efforts in trying to pick up the slack, so I'm doing another YTP reaction. Consider this long-awaited Christmas gift from me to you, finally doing another MLP YTP reaction. I think the only last one I did was Spike the Bad Dragon, which is a classic I decided to revisit. But no, this is a completely new one. I'm going into this one completely blind. And yeah, FloydLorenz, I really do hope that this is just as good as Dash Rainboat's Wonderball Test. Can't wait to see all of the effort that you put into it, and really hope you see this reaction. Let me know what you think of it, and of course, happy holidays. Hope you have a good holiday season. So yeah, I'm just going to get into this now. The title of this is Friendship is Geek for the Dead Meme Hallows, or Hallows, or whatever. And it says part 1, so apparently there's going to be a sequel to this. The unofficial sequel, so okay, before we begin, I'm kind of picking up a lot of similarities here. Like, I remember in 2018, I did a reaction to YTP of MLP the movie. I think it was made by a guy called Geek Brony, I remember. I actually checked his channel to see if part 2 from him was released yet, but apparently not. So I guess it's either taking a long time or he lost motivation on the project. But, yeah, both of them are supposedly 2 parts, and I'm reacting to them both for Christmas. Is there, like, a pattern starting up? Why am I saying stupid lines like this? I'm gonna shut up now, and we're just going to get to the reaction, which is what you guys wanted. So, without further ado, let's get into Friendship is Geek 4, The Dead Meme Hallows Part 1 by FloydLorenz. Let's do this! You bet I have. Yep, and it was definitely part of the golden era of the Brony fandom. I think the trilogy came out around the 2013 to 15 era. Great time to be alive. May he rest in peace. Come on, don't beat yourself up. This has to be the most emotional opening to any YTP I've ever seen. I gotta say. Alright. So I'm guessing part 2 is going to feature the last episodes, or I don't know.
Spike, get off my ass.
With pleasure.
Thank you both.
How's that censor?
Glad to call you my wife. Nan, you just taught me the value of French rice. What's that? A bird? Is it a parrot?
It's a bird. It's a bird. She was right.
It's pause for dramatic.
That was the most weirdest mirror effect I've ever seen.
Oh,
Derpy! This is ironic considering a while ago I did a video talking about that finale.
Stop right there!
Smosh. Another thing I used to react to back in the day. I haven't really been a fan of where Smosh has been going.
my very best friends.
Cringing yet?
I mean, I don't get any of that anime stuff, but I like this comic style. What effect did you use to do this? This actually looks cool.
The town where you magically became soon. Derry. Yes. I was going to say where you came.
Come.
Go.
Yeah, that's... Okay, this is a reference to so many legendary things. Yeah, it's a village where even the kids were...
Discovery family will be right back.
I miss the hub.
What's up, guys? I'm BuzzFeed. I like balls. Oh my goodness. Are you bringing in a lot of bitches right now?
Bitch is a female dog.
More Smosh.
Hi, kids.
Would you like some drugs?
This is amazing. Let's begin. What was your reaction?
Ah, dogs.
Starlight was reform. I don't know. I don't care. We're gonna go to the next one. Who
Well, a lot of people didn't like it.
Such a hard question. I have so many.
Of course.
I don't feel like I could choose one, but I do. I really do love her. She's very smart.
So is Rarity, like Floyd, is Rarity your waifu or something, or is this just a joke with her? I don't know who that was. Yeah, you destroyed your town.
It was horrible when I led that town.
See, this is why you don't leave the house when you're in heat, Starlight.
Big deal. No, big
Couldn't help myself, bad joke, sorry. Oh, another music remix!
Hey, I'm back. Hello, ponies. We need Rarity.
There's Applejack again with that quote.
I have to say, I agree. I need to talk to Spike.
I can see she has the same, like, kind of flawed walking syndrome from, Friendship is Geek 3, where Twilight's like, Princess Celestia, we came as fast as we could! And Celestia's like, yeah, fuck you all.
Rude?
I remember that song.
Megan didn't get his nap today. Sorry, he's been acting all day. I think he missed a meal or something.
There's a french fry.
I thought you were in prison.
What is your problem today, Starlight?
I have bail money. Trust me.
I saw that was a quote in the description. I was wondering when it was gonna come.
Excuse me, important business to attend to.
And Twilight still has that walking syndrome, like I said.
Whatever. Die.
That Twilight face looks weird to me, and not in a very nice way.
Starlight Glimmer! Help! What? My sister is talking the changelings.
What? Okay, so... So Celestia has turned her back on Equestria and helping the changelings populate. Well, actually, no, wouldn't that technically be interspecies? I don't think that'd be possible. I'm the YTP analyzer, don't blame me. I was about to say, why am I analyzing this, but then I just remembered who I am. Can I add some more bass? There you go. And you call yourself an amateur creator? Come on.
So,
I don't think even Corporal Productions did music remixes like this, so I think you're excelling in an area where he doesn't really do much of.
A changeling! I think they're mocking Princess Celestia and Princess Lulu. What? This is not level 1 changeling. This is level 6 changeling princess.
That's how Mafia works.
So there's some RPG elements in this then.
Our best bet is to get to the crystal net before the changelings do. That way we...
There's no help.
That humanoid thing is freaking me out.
You aren't some changeling.
Princess Twilight?
There's a fine line between anthropomorphics and...
Princess...
Yay! That quote is back!
I love you. See?
Yep. This would be like if some other maybe if Floyd was disguising himself as some other YouTube pooper for some reason. I'm like, how do I know you're not the real? How do I know you're the real Floyd? And then he repeats that. It's like, oh, okay.
English, motherfucker, do you speak?
I almost thought my computer was like malfunctioning for a second and making Skype and Discord go crazy.
Yes.
Speaking of Discord,
I was trying to take it right with Butterfly, but there is...
Shutterfly?
I think I have a pretty good idea where she might be.
Oh. Now what?
Is that like a place from G3 or something, or...
Hey, it's here.
What is that noise?
Discovery family will be right back.
I'm Dennis Prager. Black.
I can see you're, you know...
Dennis Prager.
I can see you're doing the same formula of the Friendship is Geek series, cutting to commercials that nobody's going to understand. Forgot to make the background transparent.
2. Narcissism rhymes with racism.
That's not a word!
Is not important. What?
I mean, people shouldn't be overly scared of it, but... Well, still don't know what that whole knee coney thing is. It's just some anime stuff I don't really understand. Sentence mixing on it isn't bad, though. Wow, FloydLorenz, this... would I say this is better than Dash Rainbow's Wonderball test? I'd say it was just as good. So obviously this is based on the Season 6 finale, To Where and Back Again, and I must say, one of my main criticisms of that finale just by its own is how kind of... I don't know, I guess boring it feels compared to something like Twilight's Kingdom or some other finales. But this has actually kind of made it better. It's made it a lot more entertaining. Some details I noticed here, I realized that kind of editing software footage came up when Spike was going down the stairs in the beginning, and you kind of rotated the background so it's like you threw him off. And I don't understand why you would need to censor him falling on Twilight's like hindquarters, unless something similar happened in where I made that video on Ponyville Ranger called Livy Nope, Ranger Tells a Weird Christmas Story, where I basically make Ranger tell a story of how he was going sledding, and then his sled crashes, and then he falls, and then he ends up falling onto Rainbow Dash's length, and he's like, it was so good. Okay, I'll stop talking about my own YTV, but this kind of feels similar. Did Spike accidentally slip in a way where once he crashes into Twilight's hindquarters, his member kind of goes up her marehood or her ponut or something, and what Twilight really meant when she said, please get off of my ass, she meant, can you please get out of me? So what is this, sort of like a dubious consent kind of thing? I think that should be made into a Clop animation someday. I wouldn't be surprised if that exists someday. I mean, Twice Spike is one of the popular shippings within that particular department. Okay, now I'm just getting lost in fantasy at this point. Why did I hang on that for so long? Okay, I really want to address this opening because, wow, for a YTP, where it's usually just meant to be silly throughout the whole thing and not really emotionally moving, this made me feel, like, really warm in my heart. And that's ironic on a day, you know, like this heartwarming eve. Because, I mean, this really was. I can tell that, you know, the show meant just as much to you as it meant to me, and I'm glad that we have had you to be part of this community and producing stuff like this. The YTP department is one of my more favorite departments within the Brony fandom, aside from, you know, the co-op department and the animation department and the music department. Like, this is definitely one of my favorites. It's been one of my favorites ever since my rookie days as a Brony back in 2013, back when I first started this channel with that crappy 360p webcam with the horrific sound. But, I mean, that opening, it really got to me. I mean, it didn't really get me too emotional, but this was really sweet to see in a YTP, and not many of us may know where Corporal Production / Dyke is today, but I'm pretty sure if he was around to see this, he would definitely be proud that his work has inspired this and the sequel that hopefully will come after it. I mean, I saw the thing at the end where you said, "I will work on it more when I have time, I swear." I mean, people like me will definitely wait patiently for it. But I'm really glad to see that you are continuing Corporal Production / Dyke's legacy, and in searching for something to watch this Christmas, I came across another unofficial Friendship is Gift 4 done by someone else. I don't remember the name, but I might react to their YTP later on, but right now, as I mentioned in my previous video, I have more important things to be playing catch-up on, like finishing up Equestria Girls, checking out Pony Life, yada yada yada. But I really like that opening, and I like the whole French fries thing. So Twilight apparently has some anger issues in this YTP. I mean, Derpy, just being her clumsy self, accidentally crashes into her books, and one of the boxes accidentally hits Twilight and sends her careening into a mountain. And then she pretty much loses her cool and just zaps Derpy. And then the Smosh Cop comes out, he's like, "Stop right there!" I remember that in the older Smosh videos. There was at least there was something, like in the typical Friendship is Gift formula, at least something that I actually knew was included, so got me all nostalgic. I really like that quote. I wouldn't say it's more my favorite quote more than the "they're peeing on the princess" quote, but like, "I'm the princess of friendship. I have bail money." Like, finally using common sense for once, even though this is a YTP, so why would we be using common sense unless this is like a social commentary on the consistency of the show? So apparently, and I like how the caption just straight up establishes that Twilight and Trixie are a lesbian couple. I mean, it's pretty much in the show anyway, so why not be completely blunt about it here? And apparently they're fleeing to the village to get away from the police that were on scene, I guess arresting Twilight for apparently throwing her, like, murderous tantrum, and going with their, I guess, secret stash of cocaine hidden in Trixie's wagon, I guess. I mean, come on, Starlight, aren't the french fries enough to suffice? So apparently the entire nation is in danger because Celestia couldn't contain her urge to act out her changeling fetish, I guess. I don't know. I mean, why else would she be doing, like, spicy things with the changelings? Why would she turn her back on Equestria like that? I mean, if she had that fetish, she could have at least, I don't know, maybe hired some artists within Candorlot who likes that stuff for some reason, and maybe she could have commissioned them. I'm supposing that was a thing. I mean, Equestria is set in an age where there's just carriages, so maybe that's not really a thing. But I mean, come on, Celestia, or in this context, come on, Molestia, like, can you just keep your, like, urges contained and, like, not turn your back on Equestria? Oh, my dear Celestia, I only just now caught the joke of why there was Discord sound effects playing, because Discord was talking! The joke was right in front of me, and then I missed it, but then I followed it up by saying, but it makes sense, Discord is there. Like, Frost or whatever, like, all the OC names I call myself by now, like, the joke was right in front of me, and I was, like, talking over it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's Discord, when that was just the whole joke! So many clever things in this YTP, like, okay, I get that it was probably a joke in the beginning, but, like, Floyd, I don't think you're an amateur. In fact, I see a lot of potential. I know I probably said this already in my reaction to Dash's Rainbow Wonderball test, but I really think you do have potential as an MLP YTP creator. I believe you can be one of those people to keep this art form within the fandom alive, to keep up, to be a part of the continued production within the fandom, proving once more than ever before that the fandom certainly isn't dead, both socially and creatively. I'm not really going to say anything about the commercial breaks in typical Friendship is Geek fashion because I really didn't understand much about them, so I kind of had a hard time laughing or making comments, so I won't really be addressing those. So I guess in the next installment, whenever it comes out, part 2, I guess our now YTP'd quartet group will be going into what I assume is a candy shop from G3 or 2 or some other old cartoon with candy shops in it to go save Shutterfly or Futtershy or whatever jarbled reverse vocabulary that did I just say reverse? Now I'm doing it! But I guess the next installment will be their quest to go and save Shutterfly and I guess help Princess Molestia cope with her addiction to her changeling fetish, I guess, and help Luna in some way. And I guess help finalize Twilight's bail. Okay, this is all just speculation at this point. I'm just going on and on now. So, to FloydLorenz once again, very, very well done on this. I cannot wait to see part 2. I'm really loving your YTPs so far, and I hope that you'll have a good holiday season. Thank you for all of the work that you put into this. Thank you for keeping the medium of creativity within this fandom alive, even though FIM may be over. Creativity like this should never stop, and I'm fairly confident that it never will. As long as people like you continue to exist, I'm pretty sure our fandom, even though it may naturally shrink over time further, it's people like you that are keeping the creative aspect of this fandom alive for generations to come, and I hope you will be one of those long time, like one of those people really in it for the long run, because I certainly am. Like, you can definitely count on it that with every new YTP thing you make, or with every new MLP thing you make, there'll always be people like me to come along and react to it, analyze it, or just watch it and just leave a nice comment. So yes, excellent work on this, Floyd. Merry Christmas / Hearthwarming and Happy New Year to you. Looking forward to the next installment. And I guess now that that's all done with, I guess I'll just say some final parting words. Once again, as I've said profusely in my previous video, guys, I am very sorry that this year turned out the way it is for my channel. I'm sorry that production has been at the lowest in this channel's history. Looking at the amount of videos on each of my playlists, which I usually sort them by year, 2020 is probably only just below 20, which compared to my previous years that were at least 50 or 60 or so, that's not good. And it's my fault. I'm the one to blame. Yeah, sure, my art has been exploding this year. That's one area I've been doing well in, but I haven't been paying enough attention to my channel as I should have been. And I'm just sorry. Like, I failed. Like, I let this year slip away. I couldn't pull myself together. I couldn't get over the fact that 2019 was over. Because I really mean it when I say that time has really only stood still ever since that clock chimed midnight 2020. The end part of 2019 has really never ended for me in my head. And a year later, I still can't believe it's over. I can't believe that that was the last BronyCon and that was the last season. We were just shy of the 10 mark. We were just shy of season 10. Like, I've heard that it's been continuing in the IDW comics, but I don't really read those much. I only really read an issue if it really intrigues me. But guys, I really hope to turn my act around, and I understand if that doesn't really mean much at this point, because I've essentially wasted this year that I could have used to entertaining and, you know, enlightening you guys with informative content. I've wasted all of that time that you guys have been stuck in this world, like in boredom, that I could have been utilizing to entertain you guys and bring you the content that you like. Seeing me analyze YTPs, seeing me do pony-related stuff, and as well as all the things that I was supposed to do this year, that I said I was going to do this year. I still haven't touched the final specials of Equestria Girls or Pony Life yet, despite that I have these two specials sitting in my hard drive, waiting to be reacted to for over a year. They've just been sitting there, and haven't even really looked into Pony Life yet. I mean, I don't think the designs are bad, but I mean, they're not the greatest, but don't judge a book by their cover. I'll get into it whenever I get to it. Yeah, I know that doesn't mean anything really for me at this point, and I don't blame you guys. And of course, I don't really blame you guys for the fact that it seemed like not a lot of you really watched the previous video all the way through, because sometimes even with gameplay footage, like, who wants to watch a video that long? And who is used to doing the whole trick like me? Whenever I come across a video that's long and boring to me, I just watch it at 2 speed. But, I mean, I'm not going to be like a choosing beggar. I'm to blame for how my channel production has gone this year, and I want to make good on my word to be much, much more active and persistent next year. It's not going to be an overnight thing. I'm going to be taking the rest of this year off to just recuperate and just really discover myself again. And hopefully by then I will have pulled myself together to really get my act together and doing the things that I should have been doing this year. But aside from all that, I've already said my experience with 2020 in the previous video. You can check it out if you want, or you don't have to if you don't want to, but basically to sum it up, it's been mellow. Believe it or not, it hasn't been horrible for me. I have a lifestyle that doesn't really require this to be over. I mean, at most, this whole thing is just an inconvenience to me because I can't really go to conventions or anything like that. But I can still draw, I can still make videos. Obviously, I haven't been doing that, and obviously that's my fault. But, this year has just been a thing that happened. Wasn't bad, wasn't great, it was just fine. Like, I accomplished a lot, but I've been focusing on the wrong things all year. And I'm sorry. That's probably doesn't mean anything, but whatever. So I guess that's really all I really have to say. Hope you guys, and as well as my friends, are going to have a good holiday season, or having a good holiday season. Enjoy your time, cherish the time you have with the relatives that you are allowed to spend time with this year. Hope you guys get some really awesome presents, make some more history, make some more memories, and I wish you all Merry Christmas and a happy housewarming for the really passionate bronies and Pegasisters like me, which is why, even during Halloween, which I haven't really celebrated in a long time, I also refer to it as its respective Nightmare Nights, but okay. Enough ranting for now. I did what I wanted to do, gave as much of a meaningful parting words as I can, so Merry Christmas / Happy Housewarming and Happy New Year. yeah, I will see you guys with whatever I make first next year, and hopefully it will be much, much sooner than the beginning of this year, when I took that break until around March. But I'll try my best to not repeat history, especially with this year, so... I am the Cunning Husky. I wish you all a very happy season, and I will see you in the new year with whatever comes next. Take care, everyone. Brohoof.